Hello, everyone. My name is Henrietta Denny. I am the founder of A Chosen Generation or A Chosen G. I am an entrepreneur, a woman in corporate technology in the United States of America, and I'm here at Just for Women Africa. Yes, I was born and raised in Italy, and I am the child of West African parents who migrated from Ghana. And growing up, my parents believed that while I was born in a foreign country, it was important for me to still cultivate my Ghanaian heritage. And so my childhood was living in Italy and also living in Ghana interchangeably. I'll spend some time there and then I'll spend some time in Italy as well. And so I consider myself both a Ghanaian and also an Italian because my parents were able to raise me both ways. I had a very good childhood, some challenges as well, but I believe they all shaped into the person I am today. My parents both migrated from Ghana to Italy because my grandparents were visionary. They had communities that really believed in them because they were really young, but they saw potential. My mother was a banker in Ghana, so she wasn't really struggling, right? She was taking care of her family. My father, too, was young and he was doing well. He was a hardworking person. But like I said, the community and my grandparents felt that my parents would do better outside of Ghana. And so that's what brought them to Italy because at that time, I would say between the 80s and 90s, coming into Europe was fairly easy. And so they decided to migrate themselves to Italy and start a life. Growing up in Italy was, I would say, colorful because my parents made sure that I would live in Ghana for a little bit and also live in Italy so that both cultures will be very much ingrained in me. And so I faced challenges just like every foreign family will face abroad, right? Language barriers and so forth. And then in Ghana, I also faced challenges because I was known as a child who was born abroad, yet she's Ghanaian. But looking back now, I don't regret any of them because they're the reason why I have just a broad view whenever I meet people because I've had a chance to just live in two separate countries before moving to the United States. And so it was good, it was challenging, but at the same time, again, I wouldn't have it any other way. That's actually a really great question because I asked my parents this. And one thing about in Europe, specifically Italy, you're going to know right off the bat if you're going to be accepted or not. Those days, I mean, we know being a person of color, it's something that they had a challenge with. So they either understood you very well or are willing to accept you, or you were something that, I don't understand, so I'm not going to get close to. But what really helped me is that because of that clear distinction, I already knew which direction I needed to move, right? So if I meet somebody and they're a little hesitant, I didn't really take it personal because I understand that they don't understand why I'm different from them. Just the color wasn't the only thing creating the challenge, but just our culture was drastically different from them, right? But because of that, I learned as a child to be tough right away, to not take things really personal, understand my rights, understand when I'm in the right, when I'm in the wrong, and also when like which situations I am able to navigate through. So yes, it was challenging. I'm not going to pretend that it wasn't. The only difference is because I had other Italians that accepted my diversity, it helped me overcome some of those challenges. And it also helped other communities overcome the challenges because now that we've learned, we make sure to share the knowledge. So yes, it was challenging, but it made me tough. One of the things that my parents were doing when we were in Italy is that they would take us abroad. So America was one of the places we were visiting, and just like how my grandparents were visionary, my parents were also visionary. They believed that we could expand our horizon beyond Europe, and that I needed opportunities to be able to do that. So the United States was one of the places that they thought of, and so we visited it a few times until the time came, early 2000s. And that's where we all made a decision to migrate to the United States, one for the language, so that we would be multilingual or globally lingual, and not just Italian, but with the English. And also because at that time, everybody knew that America is a land of opportunity. So they believed that we would make good use of the opportunity here to expand globally. So that's the reason why we moved to the United States. A Chosen Generation was birthed about 14 years ago. Um, there was a personal struggle. I have a personal story attached to it, but one of the things that I noticed in my parents' journey is that they were successful through meaningful connections, building with people. You can be hardworking, you can be smart. If you don't know how to build relationships with people, it'll be difficult for you to go to the next level. So I encounter my own personal journeys, a personal challenge in my journey when I went to the university, and I was able to overcome it by encountering a mentor of mine who was able to see my potential, was able to see beyond my challenges and struggles at that time, and open a wealth of opportunities for me without him doing much work. He had influence, and just because I was associated with that influence, everything, a lot of doors opened up for me, excuse me. And so for a Chosen J, we're here for entrepreneurs, startup, anybody in the professional space that is looking to advance their career and looking to advance themselves, advance their personal development. Because I would say we are a community of dreamers. So if you have a dream, we're here to support you. And that's what a Chosen G stands for. Oh, absolutely. I think being a mother of three, being a woman in corporate technology in America, and also an entrepreneur, a lot of women are going to approach because they're curious. They want to know how you've done it. And also because of my background, remember, I'm a Ghanaian who was born in Italy. So when it comes to barriers, I think I've broken quite a few of them. And so when women approach me, they just want to know how I've made it, or I've not made it really, but just how I was able to overcome those challenges. So women all across the globe, from Kenya, Ghana, Cameroon, you name it, they always try to connect, and I try to see the best way that Chosen G can help them. My message to every woman out there is very simple, is to embrace being a woman, and also do not be afraid to pursue your dreams.